Hey guys, this is Marshall Kirby from Orchard Hill Farm Equipment, and today you guys have been asking for it, a little comparison on three different brands of subcompact tractors. To start, we got the Mahindra Emax series. In the middle here we have the Kioti CS series, and over there we got the Kubota BX series. So we're going to go through this and show you guys the differences that all these companies will show, and try and, these guys are competing, so we're going to show what these different tractors offer and give you guys an idea what you're buying, what you're getting into. Now, I'm not going to lie, the Kubota BX is the #1 selling subcompact tractor. They are the first manufacturer to start a subcompact tractor, and that is why their sales are very high. But a lot of manufacturers have been catching on, especially these two companies, in the last 5 to 10 years, and really been increasing the sales and getting close to maybe even pushing out some of the #1 and the #2 top selling tractors in the world. These guys are very close right now, between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. So you're going to see we got, basically the top 3 or 4 subcompact tractors right in front of us right now, and we're going to give you an idea of what each comes with. Now, standard, the main thing they're all going to have that most people get is the front loader. They're all going to have the front loader as we see today, but we do see that the Mahindra has a 4-piston, 2 in the front connected to the bucket. The Kioti has a 3-piston with 2 on the sides, 1 connecting to the bucket. And we go over to the BX, and it is identical to the Kioti setup as far as the loader piston setup goes, and the framing on the loader there. Bucket size on all these are going to be around a 48 to 50 inch. These tractors are perfect for most small homeowners with around 5 acres or less. Although, don't get me wrong, some people do have more acreage and will still purchase a machine like this. Now, all these machines that I'm looking at right now will also offer a standard mid-PTO underneath the middle of this tractor, and a standard Category 1 3-point hitch on the back. So they're all very similar tractors. Now, next thing we'll talk about is tire size. The Kioti and the Kubota right there, we're going to see are identical tire sizes in the front and the rear. Over here, the Mahindras are about 1 inch, maybe 2 inches bigger than the rest of the competition. So that is one thing that we have for an advantage over here, and maybe the 4-piston loader over here. You're also going to notice that all these machines have grill guards right now on them. I believe the Kubota is standard from the factory with a grill guard. The Kioti, it's a very cheap option. Nothing that's really going to be out of the budget. Maybe a $100 bill or $200 bills. And the Mahindra is standard feature equipment as well. Now, we have a steel hood. Okay, the Kioti CS is plastic on the hood. And we do have steel on the BX. Now we're going to do the side panels. Again, 1 hole. Plastic side here, pretty rattly. And then we come over here, and again, steel on the side here. So, again, I'm not trying to be biased and hate on the Kubota, because we do sell Mahindra and Kioti new. Quite honestly, I don't know what the loader lift height is exactly on these machines, and we're going to start them up in a minute, and I don't know where it's going to end up. I don't know who's going to win, but we're going to see. We're also going to reach the Backhoe and see what the Backhoe reach compared to between the 3 is. So again, from the factory, these are very similar machines, but another thing I didn't mention is, since these are small homeowner machines, you're going to find that there's tons of small attachments you can get. Mid-mowers are very, very common on these tractors. I'd say 50% of the subcompacts, if not more, are sold with mid-mount mowers. We don't have them on here today. The Kubota would offer a stamped-out deck, the Kioti would offer a stamped-out deck, and the Mahindra would be a fully fabricated deck as well. The Kioti and the Mahindra are 60 inches on the deck, standard from the factory, with no other options for sizing, until you go to the smaller machine, the Emax 20. Mahindra does offer a 54 inch. On the BX right here, I believe from the factory right now, they do offer a 60, if I am not mistaken, and a 54. Some I know have BXs been out there and sold in 48s and 50 inchers, but most commonly a 60 or a 54. All foldable roll bars. They are all spin-around seats on all these subcompact tractors today, and that's pretty common because they're very crunched together. They're the smallest size tractor you can get, so of course you're not going to have 2 seats. There's not enough room. The other thing that from the factory, this tractor, and that tractor will all offer is a front-mount snowblower. Up here in New England, that's a common options sold on all these tractors, and so these will all offer a front mount snowblower, all offer a front loader, all offer a backhoe. That is a full frame backhoe, all of these. And mid mower, I know I mentioned that earlier. And front sweeper is available on both these. The Kioti currently doesn't have a front sweeper available. Next thing is cabs. Kioti offers a cab, glass cab with heat. Nice option. Mahindra as well, from the factory with a glass cab with heat. The Kubota does not offer a factory cab right now. So if you're looking for a full glass cab, the Kubota does not offer it. Although, again, no bias here, you can get a soft cab for any of these machines aftermarket from maybe Sims or Curtis. So they're all going to offer four-wheel drive. They're all going to offer hydrostatic power steering with a steering cylinder and hydraulic power to steer these tractors. Similar hydraulic pump setups on these. There may be gallon per minute ratio differences between some of them, but overall, they're all the same machine made to do the same amount of work. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is the loader valve. We come over here on the Mahindra. It's out by the side currently on this Emax. This one is out by the side. The BX we're looking at, which is a BX25, it is an outdated model. This is probably around a 2010, 2008, give or take on the year on this. It is out here, and I'm not going to lie, the newest BX does have a closer loader joystick for the brand new 2018 stuff. Prior to that, it was all the other styles. So that might be an advantage on the BX, and again, no bias here. I want to point out some things so people can know what they're getting into. All very pretty good sized front ends on the Kubota here, and again on the here, and we look over here, and they're all very, very similar front ends. Inner tube grease fittings. Never going to break off a grease fitting externally. Again, same setup on this one, inner tubed, and the Kubota is all external tube. So difference is these two are internal, that is external. The loaders will come off. They'll all come with kickstands. The Kubota has two underneath the back frame of the loader to take it off. The Kioti has one guy right here you'll undo and put on the bottom, and the Mahindra has two, one on each side as well, much like the Kubota. They're all four-wheel drive. They all have a differential lock for the rear end, and these can all be put in two-wheel drive as well. And the next thing I guess is the horsepower, right? Everybody always asks, horsepower. What horsepower do they come in? These two are 22, and this is a BX25. It does have a BX 23 horsepower motor in it, so quite all vary within 1 horsepower of each other right here. And, you know, very similar 3-cylinder diesel setups. All these engines have been very reliable. Now, you know, you're going to laugh, and this is going to change, but currently in the Emax, they run a Kioti Dadong motor. So this company's motor is in the Emax right now. So it's been a very reliable motor. I have no complaints. That motor's been out for 20, 30, 40 years right now on a lot of different manufacturers. This guy, believe it or not, they use a Shabira 3-cylinder diesel in this tractor, which again, Kioti is branded with Shabira and owns parts of Shabira, and does put Shabira engines in their small subcompact tractor. It's more efficient for them price-wise and specs out-wise for them good. And the BX, of course, is the 3-cylinder BX 23 horsepower motor that's been out for ages as well. All proven motors, very well reliable motors. That's not something we got to worry about today. They're all 2-range transmission, a low and a high transmission in all these tractors. The next thing I want to point out is if you come over here, you're going to see something on this floorboard here. Now, side-by-side pedals for the HST. Okay, so that's one way of doing HST pedals. Come over to the Kioti over here. You have a side-by-side, okay? And you go over to the BX, and it is a rocker, more or less a rocker, a forward and reverse, where your heel toe is going to operate that. So a little bit different, just a different operation, not something that's terrible, but some people have a preference. So I'm pointing out things that might matter to some people. Again, This tractor is a used tractor that we have on our lot, but currently is very similar to a brand new Kubota BX to compare as far as power, hydraulics, front end, backhoe. Everything is going to work the same as these brand new units and be almost identical spec'd out. Now, lift capacities, right? That's a huge factor. Lift capacity in the BX right now is around 600, give or take, at full height. And that will vary model to model. I may be off 50 pounds less or 50 pounds more, but generally around 600 pounds at full height. Coyote's generally around 700, a little bit higher. But again, the models have varied over the years a little bit, but right now around 700. And the Mahindra is at 900. We see the 900 pounds because of the 4-piston loader. That's mainly where we're getting that extra lift capacity, because at the end of the day, these all weigh very similar weights between each other, okay? So very, very similar weighted tractors. You know, the Mahindra is going to weigh a little bit more, and the Kioti as well. The Kubota will be the lightest, but we're not talking a lot. These are very similar tractors. There's nowhere to store 400 or 800 pounds more in a tractor this size. They're comfortably all within probably 200 pounds of each other or less, so very similar. All right, first enough talking here, enough explaining everything on these, but I wanted to give you guys an idea. We're gonna start up the Mahindra Emax 22 first. Also comes in a 25, but we're demoing a 22 today. We're gonna lift this loader all the way in the air. See max height where it comes out. We're gonna do the same for this and the same for this right now. Then we'll do the backhoes at the same time here. So, actually, before I start this up, we're going to show you, we're going to start these machines up, and we're going to try it at an idle to see how the loaders lift at an idle with no RPMs, that is throttled all the way down, okay? And I want to see how these machines operate at an idle. So that's at an idle right now. We'll rev it up. That's the loader right there, actually, and I'm gonna do the backhoes at the same time, just so we can make this video go a little quicker for you, and then we'll compare them all. Now we're going to go to the Kioti and start the CS2210 and do the same thing. Now these are staggered a little bit, so of course each one is going to go further and further out, but I want to give you guys a pretty good idea here. Again, at an idle, I just idled it down. Pretty close to the Mahindra, maybe a hair lighter on the power. We'll throttle it up. So let's talk about the backhoes. You're gonna see, damn, they are very close. I mean, all these, again, they're staggered. So of course this one should be the furthest. This one should come in and that one too, but very, very close on length, I would say. Absolutely identical almost. We do have a bucket here around it. I want to say these are 12 inches, give or take. Maybe this is a 10 or a 9 on this one, but I believe you can get bigger. Replaceable bolt-on teeth on this, replaceable teeth on this, but they are squeeze-on. Replaceable bolt-on teeth on that. All of them look to be within 9 to 12 inches. Now, adding a thumb is not an option on this one. You'd have to weld it in. However, again, no bias. The Kubota does offer a thumb kit, and it's pre-welded for a thumb on the brand new machines right now, on the BX series. The Kioti does not have a thumb as well, currently on the newest model, however. But we do offer thumbs as an option. We can weld them on, or you could get a bolt-on thumb as well. So it's still an option, just not from the factory. And Mahindra is pre-welded right here to add a thumb kit, already set up. And Mahindra does have these extra serrated teeth right here. Some people like that. Kind of, if you don't have a thumb, you can kind of get and grip a little log or something a little bit better, crunch it into there. So that's kind of nice. They're all going to have 2 outriggers, of course, to control here. All of them have stabilizers pretty much to set them so they don't rock, so that's pretty standard. The Kioti does have stabilizers on the side, so these can't sag. The Kubota seems to be that it does not, and the Mahindra does not as well. So there might be a difference. The Kioti wins with that. Foldable roll bar, like I talked, very easy to fold. Filling fuel tank, right on the side of the fender, goes in underneath the seat on both the Kubota and this. The Mahindra is right on the front here, right here. It has a little gully area, so if you spill a little, it goes in there and drains out in a little drainage plug, so not a problem. All full frame backhoes, like I was stating. Previously, in the beginning years, they made some pretty crappy backhoe designs on these small subcompact tractors, specifically in the Kubotas, and they were seeing some major problems with cracking and stuff on the rear ends. But most companies have perfected that, more or less, today, so we don't really have to worry about that. These have been perfected for a while. And these loaders here, okay, these are all maxed out, max height. Mahindra's definitely the tallest. I didn't do them evenly perfect. Mahindra's definitely got probably a couple inches on each of these from the bottom of the bucket. And the Kubota's definitely within 2 to 3 inches of the Kioti. Mahindra's definitely, so comfortably, the Mahindra's probably 6 inches higher at least, I'm gonna guess, than the BX over there. This guy's probably hanging somewhere in the middle. So pretty similar, and you're gonna notice you got grill guards in front like we talked about before. And you can get ag, turf, or industrial tires on this. You can get turf or industrial on the Kioti, and turf and industrial on the BX. No ags offered on those smaller machines, from my knowledge right now. Somebody correct me if I am wrong. So anyways, this is our overview of these machines today. Last thing I didn't talk about is quick attach. Everybody's gonna ask, quick attach, quick attach. Bobcat quick attach bucket standard on this machine. The one I'm showing you does not have it, but the new one's coming out. We'll have it in the next few months here, so get ready for that. Standard feature, not an extra charge. It's gonna have it standard on the 2018 newest model, the Emax 22L. We're looking at the Emax 22S currently. It's gonna have a new seat as well with dual armrests. Kioti, this is the current seat. No quick attach currently offered. You can get it aftermarket. Kubota BX is an option from the factory to get a quick attach currently. It is about, I'm gonna guesstimate from what customers are telling me. I've never priced it out myself, but I've heard around $500 for a BX. Maybe $600, maybe less, depends on the dealer again. But it is an option, but not something standard from the factory for the same price, whereas the Mahindra will be. And the new Kubota will have a dual armrest setup on their new seat. All these here do not. The Mahindra will have it as well though. All right guys, so I know it was a long video, but I really wanted to give you guys an idea on everything on these three. The last one I would have hoped to have would maybe have been like a 10 series John Deere, 10E series or 10R series, that would have been nice to show all four, but we didn't have one here, so figured I'd do the video. I had the chance of all three of these here. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Anything that I didn't see on one model versus the other, what you guys have to say. I love to hear it. Any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as fast as I can. But anyways, my name is Marshall Kirby. I'm from Orchard Hill Farm Equipment. We're right here on Route 9 in Belchertown, Massachusetts. I've been here for 30 years. We've been selling the Kioti for 29 years, almost actually 30 years now, probably in 2018. The Mahindra for around 20, so quite a long time with them. The Kubotas we have been selling for just as long as the Kiotis, about 30 years. However, we don't sell them brand new. We just usually get some in trade used. We sell quite a bit of used equipment. In back of us here, we probably got 25 different used pieces, and stuff comes in and goes, and we deal a lot with used equipment. So we see everything on the market. We don't only sell brand new, so we see everything out there. Anyways, again, Marshall Kirby from Orchard Hill Farm Equipment. If you have any questions, give us a call, 413-253-5456, located in Belchertown, Massachusetts, right near UMass Amherst for an area. We're only about 10 minutes out from UMass Amherst, the college. And got about 100 tractors in stock right now. If we can help you out, give us a call. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.